At first, it could look like confusion, mixed signals, perhaps a split. But look closer and the pattern emerges. On one side, standing Donald Trump, he's furious, in a way unfiltered, also issuing stark warnings. He says Iran faces total destruction if it misses the deadline. This is the Truth Social post he's put out just a while ago. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will, quote unquote. That's what Trump said on the Truth Social platform. So he has talked about bombing, bridges, power plants, critical infrastructure. Language that's also designed to send out a sharp message and also, in a way, force a response.
We have a plan, because of the power of our military, where every bridge in Iran will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again. I mean, complete demolition by 12 o'clock. And it'll happen over a period of 4 hours if we wanted to.
On the other side is J.D. Vance. Just a short while back, he tried to project confidence through his statement, indicating that the plan is working, claiming that the U.S. objectives in this war have largely been achieved. Also trying to signal stability, it seems.
I hope that they're smart. The president has set a deadline for about 12 hours from now in the United States. We're going to find out, but there's going to be a lot of negotiation between now and then, and I'm hopeful that it gets to a good resolution.
So two tones, but one strategy. Diplomats and analysts, in a way, see a good cop, a bad cop situation. Pressure and reassurance working in tandem, one raising the stakes, the other offering a way out, in a way. The deadline at the same time is looming. Behind this rhetoric also is a brutal reality. U.S. and Israeli strikes have already hit deep inside Iran. Military sites, strategic assets, each strike designed to degrade capability and force compliance. Yet Iran has not backed down. Instead, it has adapted. Fewer launches, more precise hits, a war evolving under pressure. And now the messaging is also intensifying. That's a different kind of a war. Trump's warnings also aiming to corner Tehran. J.D. Vance's words aiming to keep the door open, in a way. Together, they form a strong message. In fact, diplomacy sounds like a threat. Threats sound like a plan. The margin for error is also shrinking fast. And with the crucial few hours ahead, the question hanging in the air, will Trump announce another extension? Or will he unleash hell as promised on Iran? The Gulf nations, meanwhile, are bracing as the Iranian forces have vowed to retaliate with everything that they have. But they have promised that this will be an attack like none other. So two voices, one similar message. The pressure is rising at the same time, and the clock is ticking. The world is watching on as Washington also tightens the squeeze around Iran. Both the U.S. president and the vice president are using threats, but in differing voices. Earlier, we also spoke to some experts for their perspectives. Listen in.
He may know what the plan is. I'm not sure that I do. His statements continue to be rather confusing. At one point, he said that the war is almost over, that U.S. objectives have almost completely been met. And then a few hours later, he's saying that there is still much to do and this can be done in one night. And then he says that it may be 2 or 3 more weeks. So it's a continually moving set of rhetoric, and it's difficult to understand what is meant by any of it.
Well, this war has been unusually unpopular, both in the US and in the US's European allies since the very beginning. And it's a big contrast even to last year when, in June, the US attacked Iran during the so-called 12-day war, which was initiated by Israel. The US went in with basically a one-off large strike against Iran's nuclear facilities. And that drew pretty limited condemnation in Europe. There was more sympathy for the US and very little sympathy for the Iranians. But fast forward to now, and this war has been roundly criticised by most of the European countries that the US normally relies upon. I think it has a great deal to do not only with the Middle East itself, but with the Trump administration's broader attitude to European allies.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.